Alright, good morning everyone. It's Gareth again from Whatchamacallit Gaming, and once again we're continuing our Captain of Industries playthrough. Now, last time round we've got woodworking, we're working with waste disposal. We need to deal with this because it's going to get very full very quickly. And, go figure, it starts raining. I repaired this section where we put our retaining wall last time. As you recall, every time it rained, the ground would just collapse. Now, so far it doesn't seem to be doing that, but it's only just rained once and for a very short period of time. So I don't know if this is actually going to work, because there we go, it's raining again. So I have no idea if this is actually going to work. I'm hoping it'll work, and we don't have to worry about this facility crumbling into the ocean. That would be nice. But I can't even see underneath it to see whether it looks like the terrain might have collapsed underneath it already. I don't know. I have no idea. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have like a compaction vehicle, if you will, that once you dump on the coastline, you can compact it down and then dump again, or something along those lines to stop it from falling into the ocean. Okay, first things first, we have sludge. We need to deal with this because I want to turn it into other stuff. I think the idea was to turn it into fertilizer for our farms, which we need to upgrade. Come on, where's the mixer? There it is. That is the mixer, right? Yeah. Compost. There was a way to turn sludge into compost? Okay, I've forgotten. So we go look for it. Sludge. Yes, here we go. Okay, I can't pronounce the digester. Takes sludge, fuel gas, turns it into compost, which we can then turn into... Now we've got fuel gas, I don't know if we have the digester. Something tells me probably not. Oh no, there we go. We do have the digester. Well, nuts. Hang on a minute, does it take sludge in and produce fuel gas? No, I've got this the wrong way around, yeah. Okay, we'll run the pipe that way. We're going to give us a little bit of gap. Don't know. We're not exactly producing tremendous amounts of waste product. And I do have this the wrong way around. Wait a minute, something's confusing me here. Oh, it produces fuel gas. Okay. No, actually that'll be very useful. Because we can pump the fuel gas, because we are using it. I know there was one of these things that needed that process. Oh no, it needed chlorine gas. Right. Oops. Not quite what I was thinking. Okay, then we can move this structure to there. And run a standard waste... yeah, it should be this type, yep. And that'll produce fuel gas and it'll produce compost. Well, we could always use the fuel gas for power generation later on or something, because I know there was a boiler that needed fuel gas. Not under the turbines options. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here it is. Boiled gas. It takes water and fuel gas and generates high pressure steam and carbon dioxide. And we're dumping water right here. It's not exactly a continuous option though, because we're only using what we have in the way of waste. We're not actually doing anything major as far as resource production, so it will have to be a temporary thing. So for now we'll just do what we always do, stockpile it until I can figure out what the heck to do with this stuff. It's a shame we can't just burn it and make power, stick it in a generator and be happy with it. There, thank you. Come on. Okay. Now then, compost should be able to fit into storage, or is it a solid? Okay, it's also a loose storage. Okay. Here we go again. Should I think I should elevate the pipe. Yeah, I still haven't figured this part out, have I? Yeah, something just tells me I should elevate the pipe. Just on the right place. Nope, I want to go one more. For some reason, pipes strike me as more acceptable to be flying than anything else. Now, where else? Oh, right. That's switched off. Oh yeah, that must be off. That must be off. I don't want the trucks to waste time dragging resources hither and yonder. We should be getting additional compost. Here we go. This is still making basic stuff that we still got to get it really use. Because this is built where it's easy to access water in the main city, but the farms are all the freaking way over here. So we have to go under here. Slight oopsie on my part. Of course, it's going to complain about this part. And we can see how we're going to run it to the back. We may just have to run it along the length. Kind of makes me wish I'd left a gap here, but I honestly was not thinking that far ahead at the time. I was going to run fertilizer to the plants. I was just going to run it a slightly different way. Now then, this is organic waste, and this is compost. But this could take in additional compost. So what we can do is we can build another storage unit. I'm not going to go quite as large. Can we bounce it over? I wonder if these pipes aren't going to be in the way, because they'll fit fine for the first one, but I don't know if we'll be able to get it to the second ones. Unless we could build a third level conveyor belt here. Oops. Oops. No. It seems happy about it, but it seems a bit high. Yeah, it's gonna look beyond stupid. That one can just go straight. Just like that. No. Want compost. So that's what these are taking. They're taking compost and water, and they're giving us basically organic fertilizer, which I still haven't actually played this game enough to figure out whether there's a really major difference in the fertilization levels. I know they do say there's a major difference, so I think it was chemical fertilizer was better. Reviews. Yeah, this one, but they both give 140, 120. Okay, so fertilizer level 2 is actually better. This just gives basic fertilization level, slightly better, really better. But for now, we're not in a major rush for crop production and all that. Okay. So we'll run the piping for the fertilizer. It's going to have to go back here, so we can build more storage tanks wonder if we can jump it over. No, it won't work because we're going to upgrade these things to greenhouses and then it won't work. Yosh, that is expensive. 1,000 tier 3, 3,000 steel, 4,000 glass. Well, might as well be 3,000 steel. It's not exactly, but still. Wow. Greenhouses are expensive. And I'm lost. Oh, okay. Where are we here? For now, let's just finish building and then we'll worry about the rest later. And we get more fuel gas out of this. I just gotta figure out what to do with this stuff. Because really, we're gonna have lots of fuel gas here. Speaking of, are we transferring resources at a sufficiently stable rate? Yeah, that one is working fine. How is... Okay, we're back up maxed out on diesel. That one's working fine as well. Oops. I did leave some pipes lying around. We might as well finish... Everything's upgraded to all the necessary vehicles have been constructed, right? Oh. Yeah, we might as well just finish up vehicle construction. So now everything should be going full bore with whatever we need, because we got plenty of storage capacity here. Okay. Now we're going to figure out how to move waste product. Oh, I forgot to set it to keep empty. Oh, darn. The trucks won't prioritize it until this is like full, and it's not even close. So we'll just set that as half for now. We probably aren't making nearly enough fertilizer, and we're probably going to have to switch to chemical fertilizer eventually. But at least for now, it's not a big problem. It's mainly us getting rid of the waste product. With absolute honesty, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Ah, this is... Okay, so there is a truck transfer point, but it's not going to be able to get further through. Okay. This is where the question comes in, because I don't think we can cross the farm. Yeah. It's just too big. It's not going to work. So we're going to have to run the long way round. This is going to be one stupidly expensive pipe. But oh well. Oh, damn fault. And I don't want to waste time having the trucks, you know, haul everything. Let's move this back. Let's bump that there. Let's build a large storage tank. Not going to work, because the trucks are using this area for transport, so a large storage tank is not going to work. Hang on a minute, let's just delete some of this pipe. We'll move the storage tanks back a bit, so we can get some decent storage out here. Ah, too slow. Me, not the trucks, they're moving. Oops. Okay, now how? Because we're gonna basically run a command line straight up the center and siphon off, if you will. So we want to elevate this command line. I think tier 2 is fine. as I said, there's probably not going to be nearly... Oh, no, that looks terrible. I know it's got to be a little bit away because of the way the piping is going to go. Okay, is that as far now? There's still one more to go. Yeah, this is bad. It's not neat, it's not nice, it's not anything. I have to keep it elevated. Oops. So the trucks can still get underneath the pipe. So how they avoid smashing headlong into there's always one. Should start help with fertilization. Not great fertilization, but fertilization. And it lets us store additional liquid away from our production center. But we're not going to be making it in any kind of bulk quantity. This is reliable in the fact that the settlement will keep producing it, but totally unreliable in the fact that it's just not going to be producing enough of it. But that should deal with most of our, at least initial waste product problems. Plenty of sand. Yeah, it's mainly now we're actually not producing enough wastewater. Despite having 2 industrial locations to produce it, we're really not producing enough because half this system is shut down. Because this is too full. Now I could burn it off, but I don't want to burn off usable fuel. Okay, yeah, these tree harvesters, you are no longer actually required. I'll make sure to save room in case I need to build more later when I start expanding, but really, right now it's not a big thing. Though they are difficult at getting everything in the right place. Can I cancel scrapping? Nope, looks like once you select a vehicle to be scrapped, there's no cancel order. That's disappointing. Unless I do that. Oh yes, there is. Okay, that works. Because, like I said, they missed some trees. Cut those. Cut those. And that for now should be more than enough room. Yep, there they go. All turning around. Okay. I think we had the opportunity to upgrade our, yeah, we have the next generation of blast furnaces here. Tier 2 blast furnace. But for that we need to feed limestone to improve iron production. We also need to crush ore, and we need sand to improve copper production. Now, under normal circumstances, I would just run another line right up the top and feed it as needed. Because we've got our iron over here, we got our copper over here, so that's not a problem. We could build storage dumps right here and just run another line over the top. The hiccup I'm going to be having is we are slowly running out of room. Let's move that over. Because we're going to need to build our storage dumps here. Wow, I didn't realize our scrap iron production was quite so full. copper is doing fine, but I didn't realize we were quite so chock-a-block with iron. Okay, well, we'll just boost it with Unity. It's not going to hurt us anything. Just to accelerate recycling. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're just going to pause production. So we're going to just upgrade and see how everything fits. I also have to dismantle some stuff. Which means my current iron setup is actually very, very bad. Huh. What are you doing? You can also be upgraded. Sorry, just lost track of what I was doing. You don't realize how much you build, and then all of a sudden, oh, wow, I built a lot of stuff. Oxygen furnace tier 2, metal caustic tier 2, so we have a lot to upgrade. A cooler we've got. Oh no, that's the tier 2 upgrade in the casket. Yeah, because we can basically completely overhaul our production capability here. But for now, everything's pretty much going to shut down because it's in the wrong place. Which means I've done a huge, huge mistake because these belts are still covered with copper and iron. Oh, bugger. Oh well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, we'll clear it as we go along. First things first, shut down all supplies of resources to desired location. At least temporarily. I think the only way to reverse engineer something is to dismantle it. So first, remove products. Yes, it's entirely my mistake. I completely forgot. Naturally, if we upgrade the buildings to use new resources, the current resources we're feeding will not work. Genius. Just cancel that upgrade for now. And cancel that upgrade for now. These two can still keep going. Cancel that upgrade, and cancel that upgrade. When the other buildings upgrade, this will siphon off those resources. I'm wondering if I should just shut down dismantle one of these and rebuild it quick as copper production. Yeah. We can rebuild it later. Off. Copper. Just to clear this belt out. We got most of it cleared, but some of it is still... Actually, wait a sec. The truck's actually cleared the belt. I'm surprised. Normally they're not that good when it comes to this stuff. Well, it could be we have the advantage of a really big cargo capacity, but everything's basically going to shut down now. Okay, it turned out we didn't need to dismantle this thing at all, after all. But we just want to make sure we siphon off all the iron ore. Yeah, everything's going to at least temporarily just completely shut down as... Oh, we don't actually need to remove those resources. Doesn't matter. I'm assuming they're dumping all of this in the shipyard so we can get it back later. Okay. How do I think I'll probably build on this side, because now we need these. We need ore crushers. High input, low output. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, because I'm taking this out this way, pumping it in this way, and bringing it back this way. So for now, this bridge is also in the way, and the structure underneath it is in the way. Okay, for now, temporarily, we'll go with that. Alright, let's see here, because we need to run our ore. From our first stage here. It's amazing, it worked so perfectly the first time, and then it just completely fell apart. I've actually built this section wrong. So what we want to do is put the flat conveyor belt back into place. Yeah, sort of creates a compact deal, and then it'll prioritize that one and not that one. That way the resources will come from this thing first before it goes anywhere else. Let me rebuild this bridge. Yes, it will. Wonderful. Okay, bridge rebuilt. We kind of need that. Now that solves one problem. Crushed ore. See, this should now all kick in. Yeah. That's prioritizing it from our primary mining operation. 12 in, 12 out, so yeah, it should work fine as far as providing it once everything gets up and running. Okay, let's temporarily scrap these machines. Don't need them anymore. Oops, too far. Aha! Now, off, and we want not to scrap. Yeah, molten iron, upgraded slag. Our production has been a bit sluggish with Stage 3 construction components, as you can see here. We're only at 18, but that's fine. We want you to do copper sand thing. Okay. Now we're going to feed everything from here, basically. Okay, let's see. You want sand, you want limestone. So you will have limestone and you're full. Normally I would prefer to just run long conveyor belts, but the problem is this map is just... I mean, in order to get sand and limestone, I have to run it basically right through the settlement. Right here. Now I probably could run 2 conveyor belts, and may look into it a bit later, because eventually this is just going to completely overwhelm what my trucks... It may not seem like it now, but the trucks are delivering to this whole section. They're delivering to this whole section. They now will be delivering to this whole section. They're not delivering here because that's automatic. They're delivering food. They're also taking from here, so at first glance it doesn't look like we've got a lot of trucks doing stuff, but eventually it just builds up. And before we realize it, we don't have enough trucks no matter how many we build. We'd be completely overwhelmed. Okie day. No. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna look downright ridiculous. How the hell did that happen? I think I need to move this belt one over. I'll have to see. I will admit, I do like that feature that they included in this. Basically, if you could probably stack these belts like 6 high if you tried. I just have never tried it beyond 4. Fine. Are you kidding me? No, apparently you are not kidding me. So this whole belt is in the way. This is feeding the iron ore, so let's see if I can't move this closer. Okay, that seems to have worked. Is that feeding? Yeah, it is feeding iron. Okay. Our production should be able to keep up with it. Why did he say they have no recipe? Because they haven't upgraded yet. That's fine, it doesn't matter. Production is going fine. It's a little sluggish, but that's to be expected. All we can do is wait, I'm afraid. We could cheat in more resources, but there's no need to cheat in more resources because we've actually got a fairly decent production setup going here. I mean, really, we're doing very well as far as that's concerned. It takes a little longer, I'll grant you, but it works. Settlement recycling, we'll want that later. Or are they going to start complaining about it because we researched it? Yeah, just look a bit ridiculous. Damn straight. Perfect. Let's go with housing settlements recycling. We don't want that. We've got housing level 3, but then we're fine with full population. Oh, we're full population. actually full. Yeah, full settlements. We can upgrade as we go along, but for now, we have 713 workers, so we technically have 713 people unemployed. Working on solving that. I don't know why that was not selected for upgrade. I must have missed it. Why aren't you? Oh, I have not finished installing connection points for this building. Oh, this building must have just been finished, that's why. Luckily we have plenty of reserve resources. We're really not going to have to worry about running out of spare parts, at least spare resources, at least for the time being. We have reserves. It's not going to kill us if we suddenly don't upgrade or we stop manufacture or any of that fun stuff. I'm wondering if I should add a cheat system to this as well. Just to give the trucks a break. Let's just see how it goes. If worst comes to worst, I'll add a cheat resource in. But yeah, we're just waiting for production. I could probably double this again, but there's no need. We are getting plenty, it just takes a little while. I mean, well and truly, we have plenty of reserves. The only reason this one doesn't have reserves on the belt is it has to feed all the freaking way down here. Yeah. I wonder what made them decide to prioritize building here. Oh, that reminds me, tab. Okay, you are maxed out. Well, we can build more, but for now I'm not going to do that. And ship bridge level 2 and ship engineering level 2 is ready, so we can upgrade our bridge to upgrade combat capability. Yeah, because we had the spare resources dumped into this thing. We've actually got quite a lot of resources just dumped into this thing. But that's the same thing that I do in Factorio and Satisfactory. Normally when I'm playing, I build a chest or whatever, and I just dump all the excess in there until some point I can figure out how to recycle it all. Still being upgraded. Still being upgraded. The reason it's all shut down is this is not finished yet. But it will be shortly. We're not in a rush. Even this hasn't been finished yet. And it looks so far like our retaining wall is working. I'm not sure if it's because we've only had light rains. Because you see, it only rains for a few minutes and then it stops. So it hasn't rained hard enough yet for this to be a problem. But it looks like now the retaining wall is working. At least I'm hoping that's what this was supposed to do. I honestly have no idea. Our warship looks more like a warship. Now we're just waiting on the engine upgrades. And we gotta start continuing exploration. Yeah, this... do I, don't I, do I, don't I? I think I'm going to. Because we're really not producing anything in the way of stable inputs. So what we'll do is we'll just build one right here. Pipe balancer. Prioritize that one. This will be filled with level 1 organic fertilizer. It'll be kept full. Oops, wrong cheat button. Right one. And that will make sure that our farms will forever have organic fertilizer. But as I told you in the beginning, I am cheating somewhat in this game. Well, actually, I'm cheating a lot. Let's face it, I'm not even playing this game remotely how the original designer planned it out. The whole point was you're supposed to do the math, balance everything out. But even in Satisfactory, I never balance things out. I always get it wrong, and I'm not actually interested in playing mathematics. I want to play the game. Ah, here's one that's not working. Ah. Just gotta keep an eye on this until such times everything is golden. Jump. But now our iron ore production is through the roof. Literally. Do I have the resources just to cheat this thing? No, I don't. Not even close. But this is fine. These things need to be emptied out anyway. What's our mining like? Okay, I need to expand our digging area here, because we're also now starting to hit stone. I don't know. Where did I start flattening it? Here. I think I'm going to have to build more retaining walls. Is this flat or is it not? I can't honestly tell. Can we do this? A retaining wall? I don't think we can build it that the retaining wall will climb. Because yeah, that's what we want to do here. We want the retaining wall to slowly climb and just hold this ramp in place. You see, it's fairly easy when you dig up a mountain. The mountain just falls down. But when you dig a hole in the ground, things become problematic. Because then it'll just fall down on top of you. I mean, I've seen some of those crazy YouTube clips where they've got a large crane and they've got the digger attached onto the crane, and the crane has got the digger halfway up a mountain slope and he's busy burrowing the ground out. And I'm thinking, that guy is nuts. There's not enough money in the world to get me into one of those digging machines, and they put you halfway up a mountain, and it's like, no, sorry? You do not have enough financial resources on the planet to make that worth my time. I think it was cooling towers that no, what was the other upgraded? Oh, we have cool casters level 2. Yes, cool casters, not copper electrolysis machines. Oops. Ship engine level 3 is ready. Yahoo! Oops, wrong thing. Fuel. Ah, engine, that's it. That'll increase our range. Oh, Blitzquartal. I forgot something. You can't make copper without crushed copper, and you can't make crushed copper without building the bloody equipment you need to make it. Oh dear. not quite that big, I think. We can always add later as we go along. Now we just copy what we built elsewhere. Prioritize that one. I have to admit, I did not expect that to quite work out as well as it did. Okay, so it has to join. That's what it wants to do. It wants to join. First and foremost. Yeah, the way the conveyor belt system is set up in this game is it has to be going from somewhere to something before you can actually add an attachment. That's why it wouldn't let me connect from this one to this one, because there was nothing coming in to this one in the first place. That is quite annoying. Because look, if I try to go here, okay, I want to connect to that. It's incompatible, because that's an out point. So you can't make your conveyor belt up as you go along, even if it would be more handy to do that. No, it has to be going from someplace to someplace, or it just doesn't work. Now that does make sense in helping the player make sure you don't make accidental connections, because if I connected this one to this one and forgot to continue the connection, then I'm just going to end up with a block. And if that happens something like here, then it's a huge mess, because I would have no idea where it stalled. But yeah, that should do that. Because that's a rat's nest, no matter how you cut it out. It's not quite as bad as those pictures you get on the internet of server rooms where they've got all the LAN cables connected and it's a true rat's nest of cables. But yeah, pretty close. Oops, that's not going to help me out either. Off, crush copper, please. Get our production systems back online. I think that was the last of our research options. Yes. Except we need to start searching for stuff. I don't want to upgrade just yet because we're missing materials. So we're going to start investigating the ocean as soon as our ship is finished upgrading. I think it has. Yes, it has. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. After an upgrade, you gotta reinstall your crew, which makes sense, because you don't want crew members running all over your ship when you're trying to take it apart and put it back together again. Why is that at 0? It should be at... oh, something has stalled here. Oh, we're fresh out of copper. What are we short here? Construction components, okay. This is why I like having the cheat function. But before we actually cheat, okay. Did I hit a wrong button here? Oh no, the radar system is detecting them earlier. Yeah, we can trade for copper. That'll do fine. Before I cheat, there's no need to cheat when you don't need to cheat, so... we now have copper. But I set it up so it's not going to deliver the copper, is it? Okay, hang on. Let's just do that. Oh, total victory. Hurrah. Wow, this radar system really helps. This is a groundwater. This is a settlement. So when we went up here, the radar system detected everything. That helps. Okay, that should get our copper back up and going, and that'll get everything along the line going. Okay. Will that be enough to finish our project? Probably not. Oh. We're still having water damages. Oh, right, I brought people home. My bad. Yeah, okay, I'm cheating. Stuff it. Yes, you already notified me that the ship was in battle. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Where are you getting stuck? Oh, I completely sealed off all access to salt production. Okay. Oops. Didn't realize I did that. We kind of need salt, so, you know, sometimes I just don't think. More population, that will be fine. To a battle. And it'll just come back around. What are you? Sulfur, right. Are you not going to show us the battle? I guess not. Oh, it's busy exploring. It hasn't actually got into a fight yet. Excuse me, you can't do that. Fine. Now it's in battle, and it was horribly outgunned. Wow, that oil rig is well protected. That also would make sense in a post-apocalyptic world. After all, if you're a pirate ship, you need a source of oil. That's just the way it is. Ah, run out again. But it's alright, the copper production should start streaming through any minute. Speaking of mining operations, how are we doing here? Not that badly. Afterwards we'll start clearing out this area. Okay, retaining walls don't do shit in this game. The reason these didn't collapse before is because we had this little bit of land sticking out this side. So I have no idea what the purpose of retaining walls are for in this game, at all. Unless you want to build a bunker silo of some kind. There's absolutely no value to these walls. Because they can't hold back the ocean, or they can't keep soil from falling into the ocean. Now, I guess you could play the devil's advocate and say because the soil is corroding away, the land that you've built your retaining wall on is corroding away. So, naturally, your wall's going to friggin' fall over if the ground it's built on is not available. But, you know, still. I think... Okay, no, we're still doing fine here. This is just full. Yeah, I'm now producing 10 times the necessary amount of food. Do we want to just upgrade all these houses? No, our population level is through the roof. We don't have any need for that now. Okay, let's see what else is... Fermentation tank? Oh, yeah, text. Corn? No. Cooling tower. Oh, we can set up recycling here. This cooling tower breaks steam back into water. And we can, instead of wasting it here, because this is steam being disposed of to keep everything running. What are you disposing of? Oh, you're just disposing of clouds. Could we build a large cooling system and then pump it right back here? Oh, wait, what are you pumping out? You're pumping steam. So, it would have to rejoin the pipe flow here. So this should be water. Okay, hang on a minute. I want to... How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Like so? just gonna go ham for it. What does it matter? Really, really, what does it matter? But now my little cheating may become a problem. Because that pipe is full of water. So that could cause a slight oopsie on my part. What the black squirrel? Thank you. Yeah, I'm swearing, so there's no way in heck this will be monetized. Not that it matters at the moment for me. What on earth? Why was there a water pipe connected there? I have no idea. I have no idea. Upgrade the main flow pipe. This is really why I really would hope the designers at some point in this game, please give a quick upgrade for piping and conveyor belts. Just give us a tag button that lets us just upgrade the belts if you've unlocked the technology. Really, because searching through all of this one at a time is painful. That would be the best description of it. Okay, Okay, let's just delete this quick. Okay, so you're going to be a stick in the mud, are you? Fine. See if I care. Yeah, but do I even want to join this? No, that was a perfectly fine pipe, and there was no reason to change it. Now then, we've got steam coming from this pipe, we've got steam's fresh air coming from this pipe. This system will take all of this and break it down to water, so we're wasting an enormous amount of resources, so in a few minutes time we're going to have 0 power. So, what we want to do is we want to run the piping from this one into the steam chamber and from the other one. So first things first, let's create our primary flow pipe. We'll just have it hop over here, and around this corner, and stop right there. I forgot. Oh, come on. Delete. Thank you. Okay, yes, you are complaining that you've got nowhere to run your piping. Yeah, we get it. Speaking of, just 1 second here. Check something. Okay, I'm still safe. Sorry, South Africa is once again in load shedding. Quite frankly, it's become the norm. It's not that are we in load shedding, are we not in load shedding? When are we not in load shedding? Sorry, that's the correct term. So basically we're forever in load shedding. Yeah, that's for excess steam. I'm gonna hop this pipe once again over. Yeah, like I said, this is a complete disaster. Okay, now. Yeah, priority out, that's fine. Priority in, that's fine, and then we dump everything out that way. I've screwed up. Now. Okay, like that, but there's not enough resources to build this, so we'll just add some construction resources. Hello? Yeah, because there's no output for the high pressure steam. That's to be expected. Just give it a few minutes to tick over and get everything back up and running, and then it should work. And any excess steam will go straight to these large scale cooling towers. Oh, please work. So we have power grid failures because steam should be coming in. Steam should be going out. I got my flow rate wrong here. Or do we need to pump it into another balancing act? Because yeah, this is not flowing at all. Okay, it seems I've got my flow rate piping here wrong. For whatever reason, it's interpreting this as always being full when it's really not. Oh, this pipe has next to no capacity. No wonder. Dismantle that for now. Dismantle this for now. Okay. I need to figure this one out, because what I want to do is probably add another connection point, and we've got to even out, because all these pipes have to flow into the same pipe, and I got to just transfer. Or I have to build auxiliary piping somehow. Even I'm getting myself confused right now. Okay, that's fine. Now, for now, let's focus on this. This will be running our primary power outlet. So that's primary outward steam. Then we've got to get rid of these two pipes. So how are we going to connect this here? Connecting it here does sort of work, but doesn't. The problem with this pipe is it really has no capacity, no throughput of a sufficient value. Because it looks like it can only take 7.5 versus 3.3. That's nothing. If it was 7,000 something, I may consider it. Okay, that's a lot, but it really isn't anything. Is that the way to do it, or should I prioritize this one? I think I've got this also set up incorrectly. Gloria figuring out piping. Yay me. Priority in, just to keep draining the main tank. Let's see if that solves my high pressure turbine problem. Look like that works. Hurrah! And let's just temporarily turn off this cheat and see how big of a difference our water input versus output comes in. Because if it's enough, then awesome. If it's not enough, then I want to know. It doesn't look like it's enough. Okay. I need to build another pipe junction. Delete that. Delete that. Prepare for no power. Yeah, this is supplying... Man, this pipe is tiny. Oh, no wonder, it's literally a tier 1 pipe. This, as I said, is why I'd love for the designers to... Actually, no, cancel that upgrade. Thank you. Okay, this piping must be sort of deleted in the center. Yeah, actually, the whole pipe has to go. Okay, now we pause because we're about to get huge complaints of lack of water flow. That pipe goes that way, that one goes that way, this one comes this way, this one goes that way, and we prioritize that one. That way it will drain the water first and foremost from our coolant towers before attempting to drain the liquid from. And then we can add the cheat back and guarantee we never run out of water. But it will prioritize taking water from the cooling towers first and foremost. And somehow, some way, some miracle that worked. And our power generation is back up and running. Though only half of these are actually functioning. Doesn't matter. What annoys me is this wants steam to run. When we have too much steam coming out of these main power plants that they shut down, the pipe is still not pushing the excess steam to the rest of these units. And I don't know why. It should. It should be pushing the steam forward. If these shut down because they're producing too much low pressure steam, it should push it into the rest of these output units, but it doesn't. And I have no idea why it wouldn't do that. I mean, the pipe is flowing. Prioritizing pumping it out. Some aspects of this game I don't truly understand, because if you're forcing something, if you force water through a pipe and the first bucket or whatever you're pumping into is full, or container is full, and it's got another container to connect to, then the moment that one is full, the excess water pressure is going to force it right into the next bucket, and on and on and on until it pops at the other end. So if I've got too much steam flowing through this pipe, then it should pump it onwards. Makes no damn sense. Okay, but yay, everything is working. Population limit is fine, ship is back. I do keep forgetting that this is also part of the minigame. Production is fine, recycling is fine. Yeah, the research facilities produce far more recyclable goods than this. In fact, this one isn't producing anything at all. Alright, back with you in a sec. Oh, and I'm back. Okay, I was just checking how long we've been enjoying ourselves with this game, and it's been an hour, which is about my standard playthrough time. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed, and that you're looking forward to the next one. This is Gareth from What You Call It Gaming. Please have a great day, and enjoy the rest of your weekend if you have it. I'm currently on weekend, so Cool. Bye.